Zoom Africa here in Kigali, the heart of Africa, and we have now an interview with Mrs. Titura. It's the Director General of Youth Empowerment. Welcome to our program, Zoom Africa.
Thank you.
So if we're talking about the youth here in the country, and it's a key for be a development country, how do you see the youth empowerment now?
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to define who is youth for Rwanda. Actually, young people for Rwanda are those aged between 16 and 30. And when it comes to development and empowerment of young people, the government of Rwanda sees young people as, the great asset to the development. In different sectors, they are put in the driver's seat for them to be the one driving the future of the country, to be the one, driving the policies and strategies. And those are not theories. Actually, we have a lot of programs that are targeting youth and to make sure that they contribute to the development of the country, and their contribution has really been amazing, and I think we'll be able to discuss deeply that in this conversation. Okay,
for the programs, which kind of programs you put the youth in to develop them?
Yes. Here at the Ministry of Youth and Culture, we do implement several programs that are targeted to the youth. As you might be aware, young people are very diverse. They are in all sectors. There are those in agriculture, there are those who are in entrepreneurship, there are those who are, they are into all sectors you find young people. So we have also programs that target young people in all those sectors. And in that regard, I'll start with one program that is actually becoming continental. We have the Youth Connect program. And the Youth Connect program is a program that is aimed at linking young people with opportunities, with their mentors, with financial opportunities, and all that. Yeah. And under that program, we have several components. We have what we call the Youth Connect Convention, which is a platform to bring young people together with the leaders and the role models, and to be able to contribute to policies and strategies. We have what we call in Rwanda the National Council. It's Umushyikirano in Kinyarwanda, where the leaders, the president himself and other leaders, they meet with the population to evaluate the achievements they've made in the year. And in that National Council, youth are given their own venue. We have almost 3,000 young people attending for them to participate and to give their views and ideas. So maybe to give you an example of what young people once advocated for and it gave results. In the past, in all job offers, they used to request experience of at least 5 years, 2 years working experience. And most of the young people are just graduates and they don't have that experience. So in that National Council, they asked Mr. President, Your Excellency, we face the problem of experience. We are just graduate and we have no experience, and we want to contribute as workers in different sectors. And from that time on, no experience is requested. Only it is requested for high level positions, but for junior positions, the experience is no longer requested. Another example is when young people asked about taxes. When they start their businesses, they have no collateral. They have, the capital is very small, and they have to pay taxes. And they asked the leaders, you ask us to pay taxes, and we don't have money. We're just startups. And from that time on, the government put in place a position whereby young people, when they start businesses, they don't pay taxes for 2 years.
Oh, great.
So that's the Youth Connect Convention, where young people meet with the leaders to discuss and they ask relevant questions to their development. Another component is the Youth Connect Awards. It's a competition for young innovators, entrepreneurs. It's organized from the grassroots level, where young people from the sector level, which is one of the lowest level of leadership, they compete, and the winners go to the district level and to provincial level and then to national level. We select top innovators, those with best innovations. They go through a boot camp of 5 days to refine their businesses, and then they compete to select the top winners, and they get awarded. They get the financial support to implement
good
their
idea.
projects.
Yes.
We have another component that look at young people in environment conservation. That program is called Eco Brigade, where we work with the Ministry of Environment and the Ministry of Local Government. Rwanda is a hilly country. We have a lot of hills. Actually, we call it a country of 1,000 hills and
yes, I know.
1,000 opportunities. So what we do, we work with the Ministry of Environment. They have a lot of projects that are focused at making terraces, progressive terraces and so on. Also, they plant trees on rivers buffer zone to protect them against erosion. So what we do, we work with young people in the community, organize them into cooperatives of 50. And they are the one to do that. They are planting agroforestry trees, they are planting trees on the rivers buffer zone, and they are making those terraces in those cooperatives. And we teach them to save at least 30% of their daily wages. But they get around $2 per day. So they save at least 30% of their daily wages. At the end of the year, we organize a competition. The cooperative that have saved a lot, we take their savings and with times 10, we give it to them to go and implement another project in the community. They graduate from working in cooperatives, they go implement a project on their own.
Wow.
We have another project targeting young people, young engineers, graduate of technical and vocational schools. So we have a lot of feeder roads in the community, and those feeder roads used to be maintained by people living close to those roads. So we saw that we have a lot of engineers graduating from universities, but who are unemployed. So we worked with the Ministry of Infrastructure, and we put out an offer for young people to with companies to be the one maintaining those feeder roads. Now we have 153 companies of young people maintaining feeder roads in the across the country, and they have created more than 7,000 jobs for other young people.
Wow!
So we have a lot of projects. Do you want me to continue?
They are lucky. Really, you see, they are lucky.
Yes, we have another project. Targeting young people into technical vocational schools, because actually we want to encourage a lot of young people to join those technical vocational trainings where you go and learn and get out with something that you can go in the community without you having to wait for employment. So we organize a competition for young people who are still in schools, and they compete from school level to national level. They start thinking business while at school.
Wow.
So they start working on their prototypes while at school.
Small businessmen.
Yes. When you graduate, you're not going to find employment. You're going to employ others through what you learned at school. So we select best innovations. We give them the financial capacity to go implement their businesses. But also they have incubation centers in their schools where they do their prototypes before the competitions.
Okay.
But we also have another group of young people which we sometimes call vulnerable youth. We have a lot of teen mothers and young people with disabilities who need special attention. So the ministry and the government of Rwanda has put in place a program to support them. They are also we like support young people into cooperatives, because when they're together, they exchange, they learn from each other. So they're organized into cooperatives, they learn skills, and after learning different skills, they get toolkits. So if they've learned tailoring, they'll get tailoring machines. If they've learned hairdressing, they get hairdressing materials. If they've learned shoemaking, they get shoe making materials. But also we lent them house for 1 year, and we give them the money for miscellaneous for them to be able to implement their project. At the end of 1 year, they graduate to sustain their businesses, and we take other cohorts. Last but not least, we have youth centers across the country, and in those youth centers, we offer different services. Young people get different services, from health to entrepreneurship to job desk, for them to learn where jobs are, to computer skills, for them to be able to know how to use computers. Even those who have not been to school, they get to learn to use Word, PowerPoint, and so on. But also to use internet. How do you leverage the internet to get other opportunities across the globe and so on? So, and in those centers, we do not offer those hard skills, but also we offer opportunities to young people for entertainment. We have playgrounds, football, basketball, volleyball. Young people, they are there playing and so on. But we also have coaches to teach them the cultural dance, modern dance, and so on.
Wow.
So it's like a vibrant space where young people go to get, safe services. For example, I talked about health services, when, I don't know if it's similar in Egypt, but in Rwanda, young people, they don't like, if like they want to go for HIV test or a pregnancy test, they don't like to go into health facilities where they meet their parents. So in those centers, you put health services for them to go there.
It's completely different, no?
Yeah, it's for youth.
Yeah.
So if they go there, they meet other young people.
Wow.
They are free to say, I'm here for testing. If I've been
Yeah, to feel free and there is no fear.
Yes.
Okay. It's a great idea. Really, thank you so much, Mrs. Tutorial, to be with us in زوم أفريقيا.
You're welcome.
مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، فاصل ورجعنا لكم تاني.